Nancy Guthrie, an 84-year-old grandmother, became the centre of a heartbreaking mystery that began on January 31st, 2026. What seemed like a normal evening turned into an agonising search for a woman who vanished from her home in the quiet Catalina foothills north of Tucson. Nancy, who lived with chronic health conditions that required daily medications, hadn't been seen or heard from since that fateful night. Without her heart medication and pain management drugs, the clock was ticking, and every passing moment heightened the urgency. Her family, including her daughter Savannah Guthrie from NBC's Today Show, anxiously awaited news, but the silence that followed was chilling. The case quickly became a national concern as the details started to emerge, revealing that Nancy had likely been taken against her will. The initial search and timeline. On the night of January 31st, Nancy's family dropped her off at home around 9:30 p.m. After closing the garage door at 9:50 p.m, all seemed normal, but by Sunday morning Nancy was missing. Her pacemaker, monitored through an app, stopped sending signals between 1:45 a.m. and 2:30 a.m. on February 1st. That hour became the key to understanding her disappearance. Her family arrived around noon to find the house empty, with signs of forced entry and a small amount of blood present, possibly leading to the porch. The Puma County Sheriff's Department quickly declared it a crime scene and called in homicide detectives. The FBI joined the investigation by Sunday evening, signaling the seriousness of the case. Community efforts and FBI involvement. By Monday, February 2nd, the search efforts were in full swing. Helicopters and drones scoured the rugged terrain of the Catalina foothills. Volunteers joined the search, and every available piece of technology was used to gather clues. Traffic cams, doorbell cameras, and license plate readers were all reviewed. Yet, with the remote nature of the area and no clear evidence, investigators faced a frustrating challenge. Nancy's health condition added urgency as doctors warned that without her medication, her decline could be rapid and life-threatening. The family, understandably devastated, knew that the window for her safe return was closing fast. The first signs of a ransom demand. On Tuesday, February 3rd, the case took a sinister turn when media outlets reported receiving ransom messages claiming to be from Nancy's captors. The messages demanded millions in Bitcoin and included highly specific details about Nancy's disappearance, information that hadn't been made public. These cryptic communications only deepened the mystery. Law enforcement, including the FBI, began investigating whether these ransom notes were legitimate or the work of opportunistic criminals. But with no direct contact with Nancy's family, there was still no clear proof that she was alive. The use of cryptocurrency for ransom added another layer of complexity, making it hard for authorities to trace the demand. Family's emotional plea for Nancy's safe return. On February 4th, Nancy's children, Savannah, Annie, and Cameron, shared an emotional video across social media, pleading for their mother's safe return. The video, which quickly went viral, showed the family sitting together, clearly exhausted but unwavering in their hope. They addressed the ransom reports directly, urging whoever had Nancy to prove that she was alive. They expressed their love and deep concern, sharing personal messages to their mother, reminding her of the strength and faith she had always shown. The raw emotion in their plea resonated deeply with the public, sparking vigils and an outpouring of support for the Guthrie family across the nation. Investigators continued to process the crime scene. As the investigation unfolded, more forensic teams and K-9 units were deployed at Nancy's home. The evidence inside the house confirmed that she hadn't left voluntarily. There were clear signs of forced entry, and blood was found at the scene. On February 5th, Sheriff Chris Nanos shared more details about the timeline. He confirmed that Nancy's pacemaker had stopped transmitting data during a narrow window of time between 1:45 a.m. and 2:30 a.m., which was crucial to the investigation. Despite the mounting pressure, law enforcement remained focused, with the FBI offering a $50,000 reward for any information that could lead to Nancy's recovery or the arrest of those responsible. The family's desperate request for answers. By Friday, February 6th, the search for Nancy had intensified, but the investigation remained a delicate balance of following every lead while maintaining caution. The family's emotional plea continued to spread, with millions of people sharing their video and praying for Nancy's safe return. The police received another tip on the morning of February 6th, but no new demands or direct contact from the kidnapper had surfaced. The family, while holding out hope, feared for Nancy's well-being with each passing day. Yet, they continued to express their readiness to pay a ransom, signalling that they would do whatever it took to bring her home. A new message and the search for answers. Saturday, February 7th saw another emotional video from the family, this time acknowledging that they had received a message from the captors. In the video, they directly addressed the kidnappers, begging them to return Nancy so the family could finally be reunited. They emphasized how much they valued her life and were willing to pay a ransom to ensure her safe return. The video went viral once again, with national media outlets broadcasting it and fueling public support for the Guthrie family. Despite the emotional plea, investigators had no new breakthroughs, though they remained hopeful that the kidnappers would respond. The urgency grows. New ransom demands and deadline. As February 8th approached, the case grew even more intense. The latest ransom demand, now set at $6 million in Bitcoin, was reported on local news stations. The deadline for payment was set for Monday at 5 p.m. local time. Investigators were still working tirelessly to confirm the authenticity of the ransom messages, but the lack of direct contact with the family left many questions unanswered. Was this a legitimate demand, or were multiple individuals trying to exploit the situation for personal gain? The family continued to hold on to hope, despite the overwhelming uncertainties surrounding Nancy's condition and whereabouts. The search intensifies amid growing tensions. As day 8 of Nancy Guthrie's disappearance unfolded, the search continued with the full force of local law enforcement, FBI agents, and volunteers. K-9 units, drones, and helicopters were still combing the area, while forensic teams sifted through new evidence. Despite the mounting pressure, there were still no clear answers about Nancy's fate. Was she being held close by, or had she been moved far away? Were the ransom demands real, or was someone trying to exploit the tragedy for financial gain? The most painful question remained unanswered. How long could Nancy survive without her medication? Each hour that passed was a cruel reminder of the urgency of the situation. The hope for a breakthrough. The family's final plea. At the heart of this tragedy lies the unwavering hope of Nancy's family. While the investigation continues, the family's emotional plea for answers has touched the hearts of millions. Savannah, Annie, and Cameron's courage in the face of such unimaginable fear has inspired a nationwide wave of support. With the deadline looming and the clock ticking, the search for Nancy remains a race against time. The public's outpouring of love and prayers is a testament to the strength of a community united in the hope of bringing Nancy home. The search is far from over, and as we await the next update, we can only continue to hold on to the hope that Nancy will be found safe.